Hi everyone, good morning. Hello, good morning. Am I audible? Good morning. So, how was your friendship day? What did you guys do yesterday? Morning, Jijit. Hi. So, how was your day yesterday? What did you guys do? Shall we have a quick revision of yesterday? Very quick revision of yesterday. Reel sharing. Okay. When to play football? Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So, today we will talk about football. Yesterday was boring. A day in one of the 365 days. Chandan Gowda says it's secret. Okay, so you met your secret friend yesterday, or what? Okay, so what is stalemate in chess? What is stalemate in chess? I'll quickly ask questions. Few questions before we start. So, what is stalemate in chess? Draw. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How many moves do you need in chess to declare that the game is drawn? How many moves do you need in chess to declare that the game is a draw? Nice, perfect, perfect. 50, good. 50 moves, nice, nice. Okay, in what row you need to have your pawn so that you can make an n% capture? In what row enemy pawn, your pawn should be there so that you can make an n% capture? Fifth row, nice. Right, right, perfect. So next simple question is, what is swish or swish? The word swish is associated with which game? The word swish is associated with which game? Basketball. Nice, nice. What do you call the ring of basketball? What do you call the ring of basketball? Hoop. Perfect. Clean shot. Hoop. Very good. Nice, nice. Perfect, perfect. So you guys looks you have revised. Let me ask slightly trickier question. What is the dimension of basketball board? What is the dimension of basketball board? Hoop is right. Good. What is the dimension of basketball board? 1.8 cross VKIV 49. 1.8, 1.2. Good, good. Nice. So, devotee of Hanuman is 1.8 cross 1.2. Nice, nice. Very good. How many types of points or how many points do you get in a basketball game? How many types of points? Three types. 3-pointer, 2-pointer, free throw, right? 3-pointer, 2-pointer and free throw. Very good, very good. Now slightly trickier question. Yesterday we did not solve this question. Okay, so let me see if you have revised properly or not. Heptathlon, how many track events do you have? Heptathlon, how many track events do you have? Heptathlon is 3 track events. Very good. See, 4 track events is for decathlon. Heptathlon is 3 track events and total 7 events. Heptathlon is for men or women? Heptathlon is for men or women? Okay, good, nice, very good. Women, perfect, perfect, nice, nice. So looks like you have all revised very well. Shall we start today's topic then? Shall we start today's class? Yes. Okay. Okay. So the first game that we are starting today is judo. But before I start with judo, I really want to thank every one of you. This is a screenshot that I have taken last night. Okay. Last night when I was working on the final parts of the slides, this is a screenshot I have taken. And every one of you helped me reach almost 13,200 plus students by yesterday night, and the number still is counting. So thank you so much. Participate in all the live classes in the same manner. We will complete the entire static JK absolutely. If you sit in live, we will be able to revise everything. Okay, we will revise everything on every class, we will revise, and then we will proceed towards the next class. Right. So before going towards today's class, there are quick points that I have to talk to you about. First thing, in yesterday's games that we saw, there are certain federation bodies that are important. Okay, federation bodies are those bodies that conduct these games. Okay, federation bodies take care of organizing and they take care of conducting these games. Federation bodies are important, definitely. They're asking those questions. So first federation body is athletics. For athletics, in world point of view, okay, in world athletics point of view, headquarters is at Monaco and the foundation is World Athletics Foundation. So in this manner, for athletics, for basketball, for cricket, and then for chess, for volleyball, right, then for hockey, Kho-Kho, for all these games, there are world federation bodies, Indian federation bodies, and their headquarters also. These things I will add in today's slide. After the class, I will add this in the slide. It will be just one slide. Before judo, make sure you revise it. Make sure you revise it. That one slide that is there, please revise it. Okay. Now I am starting with today's game, judo. What do you know about judo? Football I will teach in today's class. Football I will teach in today's class. Yes, last year there was a question on who is judo inventor. There were certain stupid questions last year. Yes, so true. Yes, Jigoro Kono is the inventor or founder of judo. It's a Japanese game. Right, see, please see this question. Let us start. Let us not waste time. Hajime starts a judo about. First statement is, first statement is, Hajime is a word that starts. Mat is a stop word. Then Toketa, Kuzushi are the words. So in judo, there are certain commands. See, usually in any MMA sport, you take any kind of MMA sport usually starts with a bow. Okay, I mean, it could be boxing, it could be any kind of a game. It starts with a bow. Then referee will come and referee will say start the game. That is when you have to start the game. So for all these things, there are certain words. In judo, bow is called as a rei. Okay, in judo, bow is called rei. Yes, it is for steno exams. Bow is called rei. Hajime is start of the game. Then mat is where referee will say wait. Usually you have a person who controls the game, who says whether you have to stop, whether you got the point or not. All these things are told by a person known as referee. So referee will say start the game or pause the game, and finally end of the game. End of the game is called as sore made. So these are the words. First word is rei. Rei is called as bow. Second is hajime. Hajime is where you start the game. Then third is mat. Mat is where you have to stop the game. Then sore made is where sore mat is where referee says end of the game. Enough, you stop. That is the end of the game. This is about basic of judo. So judo is all about throwing down, locking and pinning. Throw is where you lift a person and push them off the ground. Lock is where you can go for RNC choke. Various types of chokes you can go. Or you can lock the joints. You can ensure that the joint doesn't move and you can bring in pain in the joint. That is called as locking of the joint. Or you can simply pin the person and ensure that the person does not move. Even if you pin them for a while and the person cannot come out of the pin, you can win. So there are certain words for this. For example, pinning is osekomi, okay? But before that, you see any of these kind of words, please remember it is judo. One way you can simply eliminate, at least in CHSL, in steno, in MTS, you can simply eliminate, but in CGL you have to know very clearly. Osekomi is where you are holding them down, and if they come out of this pin, here you have holded them in a pin, you come out of the pin, that is called as tokita. Tokita is where you come out of the pin. Then lock, elbow lock, especially elbow lock is a, see, you see here, this guy has locked the elbow completely. This way you are completely locking the elbow and holding it. This is called as kenetsu. Kenetsu is where you are locking the elbow. Next is choke. Choke happens at the neck. There is one very famous choke called as RNC, which is a rear neck choke. If you execute RNC very effectively and appropriately, you can even break the neck. You can properly break the neck if you can effectively execute RNC, rear neck choke. That rear neck choke is called shime. Shime is a choke, and if you take the person off and you throw the person properly, it is called nage. So in judo, if you throw properly, or if you hold the person to the ground, you hold them to the ground, you pin them till the time is allowed, till the time allows, if you can hold or pin them, you throw them effectively, perfectly. In both the cases, you will get a full point. So full point in judo, you call it as ippon. Ippon is a full point of judo. And waza ari, this is a half point of judo. Waza ari is a half point. Ippon is a full point, right? So let me quickly ask you these words and let us revise these words. What is the highest score or full score of judo? What is full score? What is full score of judo? Please quickly let us revise in the comment section. What is full score? Very good, ippon. Okay, then what is start of the game? What is start of the game? Hajime, nice. What is bow in this game called as? What do you call bow? Bow. Ray, nice. And what is end of the game? What is end of the game called? Hajime is start. No. Mat is pause. Sore made. Sore made is end of the game, right? Next, osekomi. Osekomi is where you start the hold. You start the hold. Okay? So these are certain terminologies. Now what is this called? Let us do image based recollection. What do you call this? What do you call this? Re, nice. What do you call this? Mat. Nice. Now there are two important people in the news. First person is Ashmita De. First person is Ashmita De. This is as latest as 2 days ago. The other guy is Harsh Singh. Please remember these names. They can ask you these names. They got their first gold in judo at Commonwealth Games. India's first gold. India's first gold at Commonwealth Games in judo. Ashmita De and Harsh Singh. Clear? Yes. Okay. Now you see this question and try this. This is practice question. Sure. Please try this practice question. A. Hajime. Hajime is where you start the bout. Mat is pause. Toketa is to break a pin. So then QGC obviously has to break it, right? So yeah, you're doing it right. Next question. Please try this question. Please see and try this question. Statement number 1. Answer is there in the question. Where is the answer? Okay, fine. Please try this. Ippon is the highest score. Yes or no? First statement correct or not? Ippon is the highest score. Yes. Waza Ari is a half point or a near perfect throw. Yes or no? Yes. Now see this third point. Third point is about penalties of judo. Okay. Third point is about penalties of judo. In judo, you have two types of penalties. One is a minor penalty. The other is a major penalty. If you get a major penalty, opponent wins immediately. Opposite person wins immediately if you get a major penalty. Okay. Shido is called as minor penalty, whereas a Hansoku is a major penalty. If you get a major penalty, your opponent wins immediately. Now you read this sentence. Hansoku is a minor penalty with no effect. Is it right or wrong? Is the statement correct or wrong? This statement is wrong. Hansoku is a major penalty and the opponent wins. So what about this statement? You get an Ippon or Hansoku. You get an Ippon or Hansoku. When you get a Ippon, it is highest score. Let's say you are getting highest score. You hold the person. You held. See, we did not study whether match ends immediately or not when you get Ippon. But you know, Ippon is when you are holding the person properly and effectively. So when you hold, obviously you win, match is over. You get a penalty, major penalty, match is over. So this statement is also right. Yes. So 1 is right, 2 is right, 4 is right. This is your correct answer. Right. Now, in judo, there are certain terminologies that we need to understand. See, judo completely happens on a mat, and the mat of the judo is usually rectangular in shape. Judo mat is rectangular in shape. At times it could be square also. So in the options, if it is rectangle or square, then square gets more preference than rectangle. Usually you will not have both the options. You'll have rectangle, you have hexagon, you'll have octagon, these kind of things. So in judo, the mat is rectangular or square in shape. Usual size of the mat is 14 cross 14, within which play area is 8 into 8. In judo, you need a play area because you need a safety area also. So the safety area is 1 meter. And the mat of judo, you call it as tatami. Okay. Tatami, tata, bye bye. You go onto the mat, somebody chokes you, tata, goodbye, you're gone. So you call the mat as tatami, and the player of the game is called judoka. The player of the game is called as judoka. Mat is called tatami. It is 14 cross 14, rectangular shaped, rectangular kind of a mat. And usually in any of the martial arts, you take up kung fu, you take up anything, PTKI, anywhere, the training area where this happens, you call it as dojo. See, modern day people don't go and stay there. If you take kung fu, there is a Shaolin temple in China where you go, then you stay there, and then there you practice, you learn kung fu from monks. So that kind of area where usually people come, they stay and they learn, you call that as a dojo. The training area of any martial art game, you call it as dojo, right? Now you try this question. Please see this. Please see this question. The overall mat measures 14 cross 14. Yes? Yes or no? Right. Inner contest area is of 8 cross 8. Play area is 8 cross 8. Right. Then safety zone is 1 meter. All three statements are correct. Perfect. Right. Now see this question. Please read this question. This question is about belts and uniforms. Okay, we will study about belts and uniforms. Red and white, blue uniform and the belts. Let me show you the belt. See, in judo, you have two ranges of belts. You have two ranges of belts. You can be a student, and over a period of time you can become a senior. As a student, you are called as a Q. Okay, student is called Q and a senior is Dan. Dan belt is when you start become a senior, you start becoming master. Dan, and then from there you can become grandmaster, master. From master you can become grandmaster, Dan master, this etc. So Q is a student, starting fellow. Dan is for senior player or senior ranker. So usually you start with a white belt. From white you go to yellow, orange, green, blue. Finally, it could be a brown or any light colored belt. See, basically for every martial art, sport, slight changes happens between one game to the other game. So it depends upon from where you are taking the game. For example, in Kung Fu, the original version is Shaolin Kung Fu, but there are various other versions which are also there. So their dresses, color slightly changes. So as a student, the final color is a usually light colored one. It could be brown or it could be blue. It's a light colored one. A senior player, you call it as a Dan belt. Okay, Dan belt, Dan black, Dan red and white, Dan red. Dan black is 1st to 5th Dan, then 6th to 8th is red and white, 9th to 10th is red Dan. Finally, red Dan belt. These are various kinds of belts that are there. And one interesting thing is, if you are playing judo game, you can wear either a white color or a blue color. Sorry, either a blue color or a white color. You can wear only two. You cannot wear any other color and get into the game. So any judoka is a judo player. You can wear either blue or white. And when you are wearing white, you will be called first into the ring. Clear? Student level is Q level. Dan level is a senior level. Now you read this question, see this question. Please see this question. Static GK Kavach stays on YouTube. Red and white belt is worn by 6th to 8th Dan. Is it right? 6th to 8th Dan, red and white? Correct. Next, blue uniform contestant is always called before the white uniform contestant. Is it right? No. White uniform contestant is called first. Later, blue uniform contestant comes. Row Q or 6th Q is a beginner rank, usually light colored belt. Yes, this statement is correct. Right. So this is about uniforms of judo. Right. We saw about uniforms and we studied about commands. We studied about penalties. And then see, try this question please. We solved this question. No, we did not solve it. Solve this question. Ippon. What is Ippon? Ippon क्या होता है? What is Ippon? Ippon is a full point. Ippon is a full point. Where is full point? Immediate victory. Ippon leads to immediate victory. Waza Ari is a partial point. So A2, C3. Where is my A2? A2, A2, C3, C1. Option A. Okay. So when you have these kind of questions, save your time. And in maths, when you save your time, sorry, in GS, if you save your time, you take a rough sheet and you write all important calculations, squares, cubes, prime multiplications, prime numbers. You write all these things on your paper, keep it ready. Save your time in GS and do some advanced calculations of mathematics so that you can have enough time, you can save time for your maths paper also. Okay, so this question is solved. Solve this question please. Which of the following statements about judo techniques and rules is correct? First, Shime Varza is about locking elbows. Is it right? Shime Varza is locking elbows. No. What is locking elbows called as? Kanetsu. Kanetsu is locking elbows. Shime is choke. Shime is choke. Kanetsu is locking elbows. Judo match ends immediately if a player scores an ippon or receives a Hanzoku. Yes, perfect. Right. Judoka can strike and kick but cannot attack joints other than the elbows. Is it right? No. You can attack, you can lock other joints also. Okay, so your answer is B. Right. So let us take a look at the notes once first. We were talking about judo. Where are we? Versus badminton, cricket, kabaddi. Yes, we are talking about judo. This is judo. This is a short note that we are looking at. So judo is a Japanese martial art, 14x14, area of 8x8, and the federation is International Judo Federation. This is International Judo Federation. Then 14x14, 8x8. Minimum safety area of 1 meter wide is the safety area. So this is minimum safety zone is of 1 meter wide. Perfect. Then white uniform is called first ippon, wazari, hanzoku. You can throw pin, you can joint locks, you can do choke, but striking and kicking are not permitted in the competition. This was the last line that we saw in the last PYQ. Right, this is the last line that we saw. Yes, you can download the notes offline. Then you have joint locking techniques. Words hajime, met, toketa, kuzushi, shimewaza. Belt ranking system. You have white, yellow, orange, green. Then you have till brown. Then you have dan belts. 6th Q, entry student rank, light colored belt. Then referees are there. Founder Zigoro Kano. This is a PYQ that was asked in 2025. Who is the founder? This is a PYQ that was asked. And then there is one important man that is there. So this notes, this entire notes is available in the app. Right, the notes along with the test series is available. For test series you have 700 plus practice questions. Questions are organized in a proper manner where you have subject wise, topic wise questions. Did you write questions of yesterday's class? Sports rules, did you write the test? Test number 1, did you complete it? Did you write sports rules test number 1? What is your score yesterday? Those who wrote the test, how much did you score? Jijit, Preeti, Kinkush, how much did you score? How is the test? How much did you score? Were you able to solve the questions or not? If you have not written the test, please write it. Immediately after the class, please write the test. 18, nice, good, good. There are 2 tests, I guess, on sports rules. If I remember accurately, there are 2 tests on sports rules. So once you complete even today's class also, write the test. First, you revise from short notes. Then you write the test. Yeah, it's okay. See, you can take the test multiple times. So if there are questions on topics you did not study, you would study them today. In the exam also, you will definitely have new questions, right? Okay, after today's class, you want to attend the test. Very good. You attend the test today. Tomorrow, you tell me the score. Let's see how you are scoring, how much, what is going on. Okay. Now, let us start with the next game. The next game we are talking about is kabaddi. Kabaddi, the first word that you have to know is rider. By the way, how many of you played kabaddi? Because kabaddi is well known to everybody. Kabaddi is a very well known game to everyone. How many of you played kabaddi? Okay. Okay, please read the question. Please read the first Kavach question. A rider must continuously chant kabaddi while you are there in the opposite court. Yes, perfect. And how many seconds do you have to complete the raid? How many seconds you have to complete the raid? You have 30 seconds to complete the raid. Very good, perfect. And if you don't chant kabaddi, is it a point or not? Is it a point or not? Yes. So all these 3 statements are correct. So let us understand the game basic rules of kabaddi, etc. See, in kabaddi, in these kind of questions, they will ask you how many players are there in the game. So kabaddi, the person who is going there is called as a rider. In the opposite team is called defender team. The opposite team is called as the defender team. And there are 12 players. There are 12 players in the game, of which 7 players are on the field and 5 players are substitute players. Okay, 7 players in each team, 5 players are substitute players, and the game time is different for men and women. Please remember, the game time is different for men and women. For men, it is a 40-minute game. 40-minute game, 20 minutes is session number 1, then you have a break of 5 minutes, then 20 minutes is session number 2. So you have a 40-minute game for men. For women, you have 30-minute game. You have a 30-minute game. Court dimensions also vary. Okay, court dimensions also vary. For men, see, the men court dimensions are 13 cross 10. For men, it is 13 cross 10. For women, the court dimensions are 12 cross 8. Even if you remember, men and women, the court dimensions are different, it is okay. But the game time is important. And in the game, you have a sideline, then you have a lobby, you obviously have a middle line, balk line and bonus line. In the exam, they can ask you balk line, bonus line, end line, lobby. These things they can ask you. First thing is middle line. Obviously, middle line will differentiate both the courts. The middle line will differentiate both the courts. The first is balk line. Balk line, okay, I'll come back to the statement 3, leave it there for a while. Who is this? Though the team who is watching, please block Ayush Singh. Enough is enough. Okay, see, the 2 lines are important in the exam. Balk line and bonus line. First line is balk line. Balk line, let's say you came for a raid. You are walking here, and you went back. You will not get any point. You must step on this balk line. In fact, you must cross this balk line and lift a leg. You must come there and lift a leg. Only then you will get a point that is possible. That line where you must come inside and you must lift your leg, that kind of line is called as balk line. Then the other line is bonus line, where you come inside, you will get 1 bonus raid or 1 bonus point. Okay, you cross the bonus line, and there are 6 people inside. You came, you crossed the line, you did not touch anybody, and you went back. Even then, yeah, 1 leg in the air. There are 6 people opposite team. You came in, you crossed the bonus line, and you went back without touching anyone. Even in that state also, you will get a point. That line is called as bonus line. Even on bonus line also, you must stand there, and your 1 leg should raise, your 1 leg should be in the air. So these lines are called as balk line and then bonus line or bonus point. The raid where you go and then you cross the bonus line, you take a bonus point and then you come back, that kind of raid you call it as bonus raid. Okay, so this is the basic game layout. And bonus raid is possible only when opposite side there are 6 defenders. 6 of them should be in the court. Then you go there, you cross the bonus line, you lift your leg and then you come back. That is when you will get a bonus point. So this is about basic court dimensions. Please see this part. Now you see this question. Did you understand what is balk line and bonus line? Balk line, bonus line. By the way, next word that we have to see is lobby. Lobby is an extra space. Lobby is extra space. So what happens is, let's say you went for a raid. You went inside, you touched this person and you want to come back. When you touch an opposite person and when you're coming back, the extra space that you can go to return to your court, that extra space is called as lobby. Lobby is also 1 meter. Earlier it used to be more, but now lobby is only 1 meter. When you first cross the balk line also, you should lift a leg. 1 leg should be in the air when you touch the line. Clear? This is balk line, bonus line, raider, defender, number of players, duration, and the maximum time that you have to complete the raid is 30 seconds. You should complete the raid within 30 seconds. As a raider, you should complete the raid within 30 seconds. Okay, now you see this question. Which of the following statements are correct with respect to the golden raid and card system? So there are certain types of raids that are there in the in the game. There are certain types of raid. First type of raid is called as empty raid. First type of raid is called as empty raid. Empty raid is where you go in, you don't touch anybody and you come back. You go in, you don't touch anybody, you don't get any point, and you come back. That is called as empty raid. The next type of raid is called as touch raid. The next type of raid is called as touch raid. Touch raid, you go in, you touch a person, and then you come back. You go, you touch, you come back. That is called as touch raid. Bonus raid. Bonus raid is where you go, you cross the bonus line, and on the opposite team there are 6 people. You went, there are 6 different people, you touched it and you came back, you get 1 bonus point. This is called bonus raid. The other raid is called as do or die raid. The other line is called as do or die raid. The other raid is do or die raid. In do or die raid, let's say you you did not get a point, empty raid happened. Again, your team guy, when they went, you did not get a point. So 2 times back to back, if there are empty raids, 2 empty back to back raids. On third raid, you must score a point. On third raid, you must score a point. If you don't score, you are out and the opposite team gets 1 point. That kind of raid is called as do or die raid. Do or die is basically you don't have a choice. Your raider is out. That is called as do or die raid. Then you have one more raid, which is super raid. Super raid is where you are scoring more than 3 points in a single raid. You call it as 3 or more, in fact. Greater than or equal to 3. 3 or more points, you call it as super raid. So these are the types of raids. And golden raid. Golden raid is where there is a tie after 5 regular raids. 5 times there were regular raids. You're still on a tie. Then the next raid that you use to break the tie, tiebreaker. Tiebreaker is called as golden raid. So first is empty. Empty where no point. Touch. You touched and got you 1 point. Bonus. You went, you crossed the bonus line and then you came back. That is called as bonus raid. Next is do or die raid. Do or die raid is where there are 2 raids. 2 raids went empty. You did not get any point. Then you must score a point. There is no choice. If you don't score on the third raid, the raider is out. That is do or die raid. Super raid, more than 3 points or equal to 3 points. Golden raid is tiebreaker raid. So these are the types of raids. And in Kabaddi also, there are penalty systems. There are penalties and there are penalty cards. On traffic signals, what is green? In a traffic signal, what is green? Go. So in Kabaddi also, you give a green card. Green card is where you will not be suspended. It's just a warning. It's a minor violation. Warning. You can still continue to play. That is called as green card. In traffic, what is yellow? In traffic, what is yellow? You wait, pause kind of a thing, or be ready. So in Kabaddi, yellow is where you are suspended. You wait, you are suspended for 2 minutes. 2 minutes you are suspended and the opposite team gets 1 point. You are suspended for 2 minutes, temporary. Opposite team gets 2 points, that is called yellow card. Red card is where you are thrown out of the match, no substitute is given. You are thrown out of the match completely, that is called as red card. Now let us see this question. Question says, a team is allowed 2 golden raids before the result is declared. Yes or no? Anyone who plays the game, are you aware of this? Yes, correct statement, right? What about the next one? Yes, there are 2 golden raids. When does a golden raid happen? After 5 raids, if the match is still a tie, you get golden raid. Next, green card. Will green card lead to a suspension? Will green card lead to a suspension? No. Yellow will give you 2 minutes suspension. Right. Red card is in a warning with no suspension. This is also wrong. And will you take a fresh toss after the 5 raids? No. So your answer is option A. Okay. Now let us do this question. Please see this question. This is a PYQ of phase 13 last year. Do this question. What is the time limit for a raider in Kabaddi? What is the time limit? 30 seconds. What is the duration of men's game? What is the duration of men's game? 40 minutes. 40 minutes. What is the duration of women's game? Women's game duration is 30 minutes. This is 20 into 2 sessions. This would be 15 into 2 sessions. Now you see this question. What type of raid happens when raider comes back without touching or ending any point? When there is no point that is obtained, what is that kind of raid called? Empty raid. Yes, you call it as empty raid. Now what is this question? Under which condition can you get a bonus point? When do you get a bonus point? You cross bonus line. There are 6 defenders. How many defenders are there in total? How many defenders are there in total? 7. So you can have 6 or you can have 7. Then you call it as bonus raid, correct? Now, what is do or die raid? When does a do or die raid happen? What is do or die raid? There are 2 raids, there are no points. Then the third consecutive raid by the either of the team. Right? So this is your answer. Next, what card is issued as a warning without suspension? What card do you issue as a warning without suspension? Green card. Yellow, how many minutes suspension? Yellow is how many minutes suspension? Two minutes suspension, perfect. Right. Now you see this question. This is a DSSB PET exam. DSSB is also a famous exam that happens, regularly happens. What is the answer? What is the duration of men's kabaddi match? See, do or die raid is where your team went for 1 raid, there is 0 point. One more person went 0 point. The third consecutive raid where you must get a point, this is called as do or die raid. This is 2 halves of 20 minutes each. Very good, nice. Now let's go to the next game. But before that, let us quickly revise from the short notes. We were talking about kabaddi. Kabaddi is of 7 players on each side, 20 people. 30 minutes is 30 seconds. Men 20 minutes, women 15 minutes. 12 players, men 20, women 15. Attacking player, you call them as raider. Then you have 30 seconds. If you don't chant, you are considered as a failed. Next, if you touch the person, you get a proper raid. You touch the person, you get a point properly. Next, in a tie, you have 2 golden raids, then winner is determined. 3 cards, green card, yellow card, red card. Then terminologies, raider, and enters, bonus line, lobby, do or die. One more extra line that we studied is balk line. Then you have kabaddi, pro kabaddi league, and simple other facts, etc. For do or die raid happens as a third raid. Do or die raid happens as a third raid. Now, the next game that we have to talk here is cricket. Cricket, how many of you really love cricket? Short notes is available in the application. Short notes is available in the app as a combo along with test series also. If the player is suspension, okay. Now see, for cricket, there are 2 bodies. ICC headquarters is at Dubai. And then there is one more body which is BCCI. Where is BCCI headquarters? BCCI headquarters is Mumbai. Yes. And usually BCCI is way more influential. It has more money than ICC. The enthusiasm that I can see in the chat section when cricket started, that itself shows cricket in India makes a lot of money. Yes. So in Northeast you guys play football, right? 10th on Northeast plays football. Sunil Chhatri is from there. Cricket board is extremely rich. Yes. Now you answer this question. What is the width of a cricket bat that is permitted? What is the maximum width? Those who can answer, please tell me. Kerala, both cricket and football. Northeast, it is football. Yes. Yeah, Jaisha can influence more and more in ICC. Okay. Right. So what is the permanent width of a cricket ball? Cricket bat. See, even in cricket also, there are certain numbers that you need to know. First is pitch length. Okay, the pitch on which you play the game, that is called as pitch length. Pitch length is 22 yards. The length of the pitch is 22 yards. And the pitch width, okay, second is the width of the pitch. Pitch width is 10 feet. Pitch width is 10 feet. Okay, then you have stumps. You have stumps that are placed. There are 3 stumps that are placed. Stump height. Stump height is 28 inches. And you play bails. You place bails. There are 2 bails that are placed. And the game that you play, ball weight also differs between men and women. For man, ball weight varies between 155.9 or you can say 155.9 to 163 grams. This is ball weight for men. For women, the ball weight is lesser, 150 grams to 151 grams. This is a ball weight of women. And the maximum width of a cricket bat that is allowed, bat width is 4.25 inches. These are the numbers, and I strongly suggest look at the numbers and forget the numbers. Don't run behind the numbers. It is completely okay even if you don't learn the numbers. Look at them. If you can recognize, wonderful. If not even wonderful, you did not waste your memory space. Now you try this question. Try this. Pitch length is 22 yards, yes or no? Pitch length is 22 yards. Yes. Stump height has to be 28 inches. Yes. The ball weight uniformly applies to men and women. Wrong. And there are 3 bails placed over the stumps. Wrong. So option 1 and 2 are correct. 3 and 4 are wrong. Men, the ball weight is 155.9 to 163 grams. And for women, it is 140 grams to 151 grams. Okay, so this is about your question. Achha, no, it is less than 20 yards. Honestly, this is wrong. It is 22 yards. It has to be 22 yards. Let us change the question because I can't change the options. Yeah. Okay. Now you see this question. What gives you a free hit in T20 cricket? In T20, which ball gives you a free hit? Answer is no ball. So there are certain types of extras that are given in cricket. Extras is where your team gets the point but you don't get the point. It is not counted on individuals score but your team gets a point. First type of extra is wide. Wide is where this is your stumps. You have to place within a particular range. Your ball goes completely way off outside. Wide is where you are getting +1 run. And you get an extra ball. 1 run and 1 ball, that is wide. Yes. Then the next one is no ball. No ball is where you also get 1 run. And you also get an extra ball. And you also get a free hit. You get 1 run, you get extra ball, and you also get a free hit. Free hit happens in T20 or ODI. It doesn't happen in tests. It happens in T20 or ODI. Next is bye. You have 2 words here, buys and leg buys. You understand the word by the word leg. Leg is a part of human body So if the ball comes, it does not touch the bat, but it touches the body of the player, of the batsman. It touches your body. You call it as leg by, because usually it touches a leg and it goes. It obviously cannot touch your waist or your head. It has to touch your legs. The ball touches your leg and then it goes away. You call it as leg by. By is where it missed the bat, it missed the wicket, you got one run because you ran, you scored. That is called as byes. These are various types of extra runs that you get in the cricket. Now you see this statement. Please see this statement. What is the answer for this statement? A wide. What is the color of the ball played in the first night test match? See, ignore those kind of questions. It is practically impossible to solve such kind of questions unless you are a cricket fan, etc. Yeah, see, the answer is fine. See this question. The wide result in one extra run and a rebound delivery, but it does not count against the bowler's over. Yes or no? Is the statement correct? Yes, no. No. It is counted against the bowler's over. It is obviously counted. Next, a no ball gives you one extra run, one extra delivery and a free hit. Yes. What about byes? What about by? By is when is it coming off the body without touching the bat? Is it by? Do you call it a by? When the ball comes off the body of the person, do you call it by? No. This is also wrong. Leg byes and byes are credited to the batsman's individual score. Yes or no? This is also wrong. So the answer actually is only 2 only. This is also not right. The answer is 2 only. Okay, the answer is 2 only. Statement 1 is wrong, 3 is wrong, 4 is wrong. Now the next thing. Please read the question. This question is about bowling variations. Types of bowling and bowling variations. How many types of balls do you know? I am not such a big player of cricket and all. Honestly, I am not even a player of cricket. I had a traumatic incident in my 8th standard when I was playing cricket. 7th or 8th standard, I had a very traumatic incident after which I stopped playing cricket. So I was actually playing, then some idiot, delivered a ball. It hit my spectacles and it broke right here. And one small piece of it actually, there is a small injury that happened in this part of the eye. So after that, I stopped playing cricket. So I'm not so good at these things. How many types of balls are there? There is in swinger, there is out swinger, there is googly, there is yorker, right? So in swinger is where ball comes here and then swings inside. Out swinger is where ball comes here and then goes outside. So in swinger, ball turns inside. Out swinger, ball turns outside. Then you have yorker. Yorker is where ball is delivered at the feet of the batsman. Googly is a spin where you are turning the ball. You turn the ball in an opposite way. That is called as googly. So these are the types of balls that are there. Yorker, googlies, in swingers. These are the types of balls. Now you see this question and solve it. In swinger moves towards the batsman. In swinger moves towards the batsman. Out swinger moves away off the side of the batsman. Googly, is it delivered by pace bowlers for bounce? No. Googly is delivered by spin bowlers for turn, not for a bounce. Yorker is pitched at the batsman's feet. So 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 4 is correct. 1, 2, 4. This statement is correct. Yes, Joe, you are right. Clear? Now you see this question. This is about DLS. DLS is called as Duckworth-Lewis. DLS is called Duckworth-Lewis. Please solve this question. DLS or Duckworth-Lewis? First, DLS is used to calculate a revised target when match is interrupted by rain or other stoppages. Yes, If there is a match interruption that happens, DLS is calculated. Yes. Now DLS calculates the revised targets only on the number of overs lost, ignoring the wickets remaining. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. DLS was originally known as Duckworth-Lewis method before the Stern component was added later. This is right. So basically DLS is a method where you started playing. After some overs happened, there is heavy rain. You stopped. Then after the rain, you came back. You completed the game. There was rain again. When the next team comes, based on rain, based on conditions, your overs scored, wickets remaining, based on all these things, score is reduced with a formula. They will give you a new score, lesser score. If you cross it, you win. That method is called as a DLS method or Duckworth-Lewis method. Over a period of time, originally it was a DL method. Then Stern component was added. It became Duckworth-Lewis Stern method, right? So this is all about cricket. We have covered everything that is related to cricket with respect to exam point of view. Let us quickly take a look at from the notes. Notes, bat ball team, ICC is there, 11 player team, wide, no ball, by, leg by, Duckworth-Lewis, adjust the targets. Then there are formats, Test, ODI, T20 formats, wide, no ball, by, leg by, these are all there. Then types of outs, in swinger, out swinger, googly, Yorker, that is there. Then you have DLS methods, and there are certain important facts that are the basic facts that are there. Okay, so this is about cricket. The next game that we are talking today is badminton. How many of you play badminton? On court, how many of you have the habit of playing badminton? How many of you play badminton on court? Yes. So what do you call the type of shoes that you wear on a badminton court? On the badminton court, you have to wear a specific type of shoes. Any idea? क्या होता क्या है? Okay, they are called as non-marking shoes. Please read this question carefully. Please read this question carefully. Doubles court is wider than singles court. Net height is uniform. Singles court is 6.1 and doubles court is 13.4. Then the net height is a different statement. So in badminton court, you have certain dimensions that you need to understand. First thing is, if you are playing for a doubles, the line dimension is 13.4 meters. Okay, if you are playing for doubles, the side line is 13.4 meters. If you are playing for singles, the side line is 6.1 meters. Side line is 6.1 meters. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to know. The next thing is, usually badminton is played in the form of a rally system where the game is played for 21 points. Badminton is played for 21 points. Okay, and the net height is not same in overall the entire court. Okay, it is not same. At poles it is 1.55 meters and at the center it is 1.52 meters. At poles it is 1.55 again. So usually this is the shape of the net that you see on a badminton court. You don't see a straight net. The net is taller at the poles. At the center it is slightly lower, 1.55 meters at the poles and 1.52 meters at the center. So there is certain amount of difference that is there, and the game is always played for 21 points and service is done towards a cross court. So this is your net. This is called as, this is short service line. Let's say you are doing a service, you have to do it to the cross court and your service should cross the opposite court, right? Now you see the question. Now you see the question, is the statement right? Doubles court is wider than the singles court but both have the same length? No, the length is different. Length is not the same. Length is different. Net height is uniform? Wrong. Singles court is 6.1 and doubles court is 13.4. Yes. Then net height at center, is it lower than the post? Yes, this statement is right. Okay, so these are the statements. This statement is right. Now you see this question. This is the same question that we have done till now. Let us see the points based question. Points based question. Badminton is played for 21 points. Yes, badminton is always played for 21 points. This is called as a rally. If the score reaches 20-20, then you need a 2-pointer win. You need a 2-pointer win. What is going on? The length, just a minute, let me take a look at what you're talking about. Length, yeah, they see the length is same. Only the width changes between singles court and doubles court. The length is same. The length is definitely same. Okay, see, you play the game for 21-point rally, and in badminton there is a word called as a deuce. The word in badminton you have is called as deuce. Deuce is a scenario where your team reaches 20 points. Both of you reach to equal points. You call this as a deuce. There the game gets extended to +2 points. And in this manner, you can get it extended till 30 points. This is called as a deuce scenario. Okay, deuce is a scenario where you get 20 points. Then the game extended till 22 + 2 points, 22. You can do like this till 30 points. Whoever reaches 30 first, they are considered as a winner. This is called as deuce scenario. This is called as deuce scenario. You can play it as singles. You can play it as doubles also. But it is not the only game where you have both both doubles format. No, badminton has doubles. Whenever there is a doubles format, you have men playing and you also have women playing the game, especially in a mixed doubles format. Sorry, in a mixed doubles format, you have men and women are playing together. You have men, women and playing. You call it as mixed doubles format. Okay, and there are certain service rules. Service rules are important. This is a PYQ question. First service rule is your racket should be pointing downwards. Your racket head should always be pointing downwards. First thing. Second thing, both the feet should be on contact with the floor. You cannot have one leg lifting up and playing. No, both the feet should be in contact with the floor. Second thing, your service should go to the opposite court. Service should go only towards the opposite court, and you are striking it below your waist point. So you are striking it below your waist point. These are your service rules. First thing is your racket is downwards. Second thing is your feet are on the floor. Third thing is you should strike it below your waist below. And fourth is you do service on the opposite court. That is only when your service is allowed. These are the rules. Okay. Now you see this question. Please try this question. Which of the following is not a valid service? So solve this question. Yes. Shuttle must be stuck below the server's waist point. Yes. The racket head should point downwards. Yes. Server may lift one foot off the ground. No. Both foot should be in the contact with the ground. And the service must go into the opposite direction. The service should go into the opposite direction. This is mandatory. Right? Now next question. See, before I do next question, there are certain terminologies that I want to tell you. Usually, when you are playing the game, if you are playing on the opposite hand side, this is called as backhand shot. You're doing on the opposite hand side, you call it as backhand shot. And when you are playing on the front hand side, you call it as forehand shot. This is forehand and this is backhand. You have two types, forehand and you also have backhand. These are the two types of shots. And the court can be divided into three parts. Let's say this is my court that I am talking about. This is my service line. I can divide the court into three parts. One is forecourt, the other is mid-court, the other is rear court. Okay. So if I am playing near the net, if I am playing inside in the forecourt, if I am playing closer to the forecourt, the shots are called as kill shot. Because I am playing closer, I will smash and I will drop the shuttle. So the stroke, the play that I am making, or the game that I am playing, the shots that I am doing closer to the net, they are called as kill shots. If I am playing from the mid court, that is called as a drive shot, because I am sending the shuttle to the opposite court. If I am playing from mid court, it is called as a drive shot. And if I am playing from the rear court, okay, if I am playing from the rear court, the shot is called as either a clear shot or a smash shot. So there are 4 types of shots that are there in the game. Forecourt you are playing, you call it as kill shot. Mid-court you call it as a drive shot. And rear court you call it as either a smash shot where you are dropping it, or you can also call it as a clear shot. These are the 4 types of shots that are there in the game. And you also have a drop shot. Drop shot is where you are simply dropping the shuttle, right? So these are the 4 types. Now you see this. Please see the question. Kill is for forecourt. Drive is for mid-court. Smash, clear are for rear court. Now you see this question. Net kills are played in the forecourt. Yes, correct. Drive or rear court, is this right? Drive or rear court shots, is it right? Yes or no? Wrong. Smash and clear or rear court? Yes. Is a drop a rear court shot? No. Okay, so statement 1 is correct, 3 is correct. So these are the types of shots. This is about badminton. You see this question. Please see this. Backhand shot, how do you play? Backhand shot, is it on the racket side or off the racket side? This is backhand shot. This is backhand. Backhand you play it off the side. Off is the backhand. Racket side you call it as forehand. Yes. Good. Now there are certain cups that are associated with badminton. This is very important. Thomas Cup, these are all international cups. These are international cups. Thomas Cup is for men's. Uber Cup is for women. Sudirman Cup is mixed. This is important. Thomas, men, Uber, women, and then Sudirman Cup is mixed. This is important. This is a direct one. This is not a question. You should learn it. Thomas Cup is men. Uber Cup is women. Sudirman Cup is mixed. Please see this question. Which of the following is associated with badminton? This is a PYQ. What is the answer? Uber Cup. Uber Cup is women. Isra Cup is for polo. Isra Cup is for polo. Ranji Trophy is cricket. Davis Cup is tennis. Davis Cup is tennis. Yes. Uber Cup is women. Thomas Cup is men. Right. And there is one interesting news that happened just yesterday, 2nd of August. So that is the current affair part which is there. After 18 years in Taipei Open, Tanvi Sharma brought a title to India. This was in news just yesterday. So they can ask you in your CGL probably, if not definitely CHSL or the other exams, because they also have to. Yeah, Davis is tennis. Right. So this is Saina Nehwal. This is after Saina Nehwal. Tanvi Sharma brought a cup, Taipei Open title. This happened after 18 years. So this part they can ask you in the exams. This is a fresh and latest current affairs. So this is all about badminton. Okay. So in badminton, one last thing before I close badminton is, in badminton there are certain types of judges. There are 3 types of judges. There are 3 types of judges in badminton game. Okay. First is umpire. Umpire takes care of full game. Umpire takes care of full game. Then there is a judge who is called a service judge. Service judge will decide whether your service is correct or not. Then there is a line judge. Line judge will decide whether your shuttle is inside the line or outside. In our game, line judge is most important. When we are playing on a court or wherever, when we are doing a friendly game, etc., 70% of the time we fight whether our shuttle was inside the line or outside the line. So in the real game, you have a separate judge for it who is called as a line judge. Line judge takes care of whether your shuttle is inside the line or outside the line. Service judge takes care of service, and umpire takes care of full game. See, is this terminology sufficient? Yes, these terminologies are more than enough. Don't run behind multiple terminologies. Okay, don't run behind multiple terminologies. Please have a certain borderline restriction when you are learning with respect to sports. Okay, now football. See, in CGL papers, the weightage of football is low, but FIFA happened very recently. So I wanted to cover certain important facts with respect to FIFA. FIFA, first thing, headquarters. Headquarters is in Switzerland. Headquarters is in Switzerland, first thing. Second thing, Indian body, you call it as All India Football Federation. This is for India's body. And Indian team, you call them as Blue Tigers. Indian team is called as Blue Tigers. And FIFA, first FIFA World Cup happened in 1930. Okay. And the country where it happened, it is Uruguay. The country where it happened, it is Uruguay. And FIFA usually is conducted once in every 4 years. Number of players who play the game, it is 11. There is one goalie who keeps goal, and the duration of the game is 45 minutes. These are certain fundamental facts. And under 19, India's football team won Helsinki Cup and Gothia Cup by Minerva Academy. This they can ask you. This is in current affairs. This they can ask you. And football 2026 winner is Spain. You guys know this already. Then who got the golden boot? All these things, you know. These are facts they can ask you in football. Okay. So in football, there are 2 kicks, 45 minutes, 2 sessions. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. It's my bad. Yes. You guys are right. Okay. So in football, there are 2 kicks that are important. One is penalty kick. The other is a free kick. Okay. So for penalty kick, one thing that is important is you take penalty kick from 11 meter distance. 11 meter or 12 yard distance is where you take a penalty kick. This is one thing. This is important. This they can ask you. And in penalty kick, you have player, you have a goalkeeper. This guy comes, he takes the kick, and then the goalie can stop or the goal happens. This is called as a penalty kick. Whereas there is the other thing which is also called as a free kick. For a free kick, this guy kicks. There is one more player who has to touch the ball, and then the ball goes. So in a free kick, there are 2 players involved. Free kick is where 2 players are involved. In a penalty kick, it is only 1 player. Penalty kick is only 1 player. Direct free kick or a penalty kick, direct kick is where there is only 1 player. Indirect is where you should have other player also involved. This is football. Please take a look at this question. Please take a look at this question. Football team has 11 players including 1 goalkeeper. Yes. 45-minute duration. Is it the length of full match? No. It has 2 sessions, each of 45 minutes, 2 halves. So 1 is correct, 3 is correct. Yes. Statement 1 is right, statement 3 is right. Okay. Next, penalty kick is taken from 11 meter spot inside the penalty area. Yes or no? Penalty kick is taken from 11 meter spot area. Yes, this is right. Direct free kick. Yes, it can go there without touching the other player. Yes. Indirect free kick. It without touching anyone else? No, it must touch the other person. So 1 is correct, 2 is correct. This is your correct answer. Sorry. Yeah. 1 is correct, 2 is correct. This is your correct answer. Now, terminologies. Brace, hat-trick. Okay. Hat-trick is where there are 3 goals. Brace is where a person scores 2 goals. Okay. Brace is 2 goals. Hat-trick is 3 goals. Hat-trick is 3. Brace is 2 goals. A person scores 2 goals in a match. Same person. Okay. Not different persons. Same person scores 2 goals in a match. You call it as brace. And hat-trick is where you are scoring 3. So statement 1 is right, 2 is right, 3 is definitely wrong because hat-trick is more score. Yes, it is also associated with cricket. Hat-trick is 3, it is associated with cricket also. Please see this question. Please see this question. Spain won FIFA Cup 2026. Yes, Spain won or Argentina won? Spain won. Then it was decided, was it decided on regular 90-minute time? Was it decided on regular 90-minute time? No, it is not. So 1 is correct, 2 is wrong, this is gone, this is also gone. 4, Rodri was a player. Yes, Rodri was honored. Right. Let us take a quick look at the notes and let me tell you what you need to study, what we have studied, what not, etc. See, in the entire sports, based on the 2025 papers and patterns, the games are divided into multiple tiers. Okay, heavy weightage is where, heavy weight or heavy tier is where you get 60% of your questions. Light weightage is where you get 25 to 20, around 30% of your questions. So heavy and moderate together, you get your 85% of your questions. Okay, then we spoke of football, hockey is important. Then we also spoke of kabaddi. Okay, kabaddi we have completed. We saw football, we saw hockey. Because football is important, there is a FIFA that happened, this is important. Along with these things, these are the games where you can have around 5 to 10% of the questions. That is, let's say there are 40 shifts happening. In 5 or 6 shifts, there could be one question from any of these topics. Ice hockey, kho-kho, table tennis, squash, handball, swimming, tennis, water polo, wrestling, taekwondo, surfing and MMA. Out of 40 shifts of the exam, 46, whatever it is, in 5 shifts there could be one game from where they can be asking you these kind of questions. So I have not picked up these questions in the marathon, but a very good detailed notes is given here. In the short notes, after the class, please focus upon these games. For example, ice hockey, right? You have zones, crease, power play, face off. These are the terminologies. See, I have restricted the short notes exactly to the terminologies and the federation. I did not get into details because the return on investment on these games is very, very less. So I gave you only those points that are very important in the short notes, right? Then kho-kho, pole height is there. There are certain terminologies, kho, early kho, central lane, cross lane and categories. Table tennis, ball diameter and the number of points, federation, rally, let, spin, backspin. Squash, just 3 points, enough. It's a racket sport. Squash is a racket sport. These 3 points are enough. Then you have handball. In swimming, strokes are important. Freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly. This they are asking. Sculling is also called as cycling, where you stay in the water. These terminologies, this is enough. Don't run behind anything else. Tennis, these 4 points are enough. Then there is water polo, wrestling, taekwondo, surfing and MMA. Go through these points and remember only and only the important points that are there. Don't run behind everything. MMA ring shape is a PYQ, it's an octagon. This was important, right? Then doping, there is one concept. So this is the overall last table where number of players, this table is important ultimately, and these are the umpires that are there. So this part, the last part that I told you, that I spoke to you just now, this part is very, very important only in certain shifts. Okay, I'm not saying that you should study this mandatorily. If you are good at the rest of the 80% or 85% that we studied in the class, if you are done with this, if you are absolutely perfect, you are very confident that you are right, you learned this completely, then you run behind those 15% or 10% from the short notes. Short notes and test series are available in the app. Please write the test immediately. Tests are very, very useful. See, these are all dry facts, right? There is no logic behind these things. It is a fact. Fact is a fact. How do you remember the fact? You can remember the fact. The more number of times you write them as a test in the app, you can reattempt the test. You can reattempt them. You can attempt them like a quiz or as an exam also. So the more number of times you write it, you will be able to remember. So once the sports rules are done, revise from the short notes, write the test multiple times, your sports rules topic is completed. So today, after these 2 marathon classes, you have completed 2 questions of your paper, which is 4 marks. 4 out of 50 marks you have completed today and yesterday. By attending 2 marathon sessions, you are done with 4 marks. The next marathon is on sports personalities. In sports, there are 3 types of questions that are asked. One is rules, the other is famous persons. Major Dhyanchand, Neeraj Chopra, Virat Kohli, Manu Bhaker, Abhinav Bindra, Pragyananda. All these important personalities, their achievements. This is your next class. Once we complete this 4 will get extended to 6 marks. You will be done with 6 out of 50 marks just within the 3 classes. Tomorrow we will do sports personalities, and if you are preparing for 2027 or if you are preparing for various other exams such as ACIO, SSC exams, EPFO exams, various other exams, you can take up my GS course. In the GS course, I am doing things in a very detailed and intricate manner. I am done with modern history, polity, ancient history is almost done. We are starting geography parallelly. This is a completely recorded class where I take up descriptive questions, I discuss descriptive questions, and then I show you objective questions. That is when we teach the topic. So that is the GS which you can handle. Yes, after ACIO notification is done, we will definitely plan. But in the GS classes, I usually what I do is, the reason why I show descriptive questions of GS classes, especially ACIO and CAPF kind of exams, where you have to write. So I show you questions, then I talk to you about if this is the question, this is how you can argue. This is how you can build your arguments. These are the perspectives that you bring in. So the kind of discussions that we do in the class will definitely help you to develop your answer writing, and I will help you to handle those ACIO type of answer writings, etc. This is with respect to GS. And for various other subjects, especially for maths, there is a free practice part that is there, which we call it as Math Arena. In Math Arena, you have practice questions, chapter-wise practice questions, practice Math Arena. You understand which chapters you are good at, which chapters you are weak, okay? So you analyze those questions. You see what chapters you are weaker, because see, you have around 60 days for the exam. It is not really wise for you to run behind all the chapters. Rather, you write Maths Arena, see whether you are good at the chapter or not. Especially you focus on whether you are good at easy questions and medium questions or not. Because see, you have sectional timing. Because you have sectional timing, you should be actually good at your easy and moderate questions. See what happens in your exam hall. You have 15 minutes and you have 25 questions to handle. But in your paper, you have 6 to 7 easy questions if you can solve them in 5 minutes. And another 8 to 9 moderate questions, you can solve them in another 8 minutes. So all in all, 13 minutes you are solving around 15 to 16 questions. In the rest of 2 minutes, you add plus 2 questions. You are done with maths. This has to be your sectional timing based strategy. And if you are doing this, the strength in your paper is your easy questions and moderate questions. And for that, you can practice Math Arena, where you can do easy questions and moderate questions also. And if you are revising for CGL or for that matter upcoming exams also, there is a 75-day hard challenge where you can go for structured manner, structured preparation. There is a plan, there are tests, you don't have to pay anything, just enroll and then start preparing accordingly. Lastly, it's not just GS. One very interesting thing that we did in maths is, we completed Siddhi maths in a very limited amount of time. Usually the most common problem that is there with maths everywhere in any of the faculties is, they take 300 hours, 350 hours, 250 hours to do mathematics. But in Siddhi, in advanced math, we did it in less than 70 hours, 60 to 70 hours. Arithmetic, we did it in less than 45-50 hours, where we covered every concept. So you can utilize these, especially if you are weak. You wrote Maths Arena. You understood that there are 3 chapters, you are weak at 3 of them are in advanced math. You can practice them, you can learn those concepts from advanced math, where no chapter, I can guarantee you, no chapter took more than 10 hours. So you can pick up the chapter where you are weaker and you can solve those chapters. So this is what we do at Siddhi, and you can access them through the store. And for any kind of support is not just for courses. Don't think it is only for courses. You are feeling a lag in your preparation. You want to know how you are preparing, or you want some kind of advice. not just advice. You're feeling low in your preparation, you want to share it with someone. You don't have a peer group, or even you have a peer group, there are certain things where you want someone to talk to, right? So if you want to share anything that is going on in your life at this point, which you think is going to affect your preparation, or you have any kind of query, you want any kind of guidance, you can always reach us out. At times even I sit on this number. I usually there is a separate phone which is there associated with it. Our team takes care of queries, but randomly I pick up, and there are certain specific queries that they specifically mark, saying that Anna, this is a guidance query, I want only you to answer, and I take time and I answer your guidance queries also. So you can always reach us out. We will definitely help you at any point of time in your preparation, and not just in SSC exams. We can help you out with respect to ACIO, CDS, CAPF, various examinations. We will definitely help you out. Okay, so so this is what we are. This is what we do at Siddhi. Make sure you attend tomorrow's class. Tomorrow is sports personalities. We will do it tomorrow's class. Right? Is textbook enough for taking mocks? I suggest you take mocks from multiple platforms. You have RBE, you have textbook, you have pundits, you have olive board. Write mocks from multiple platforms. Don't stick to one platform. Write from multiple platforms. Okay. So this is all for today. See you all again in tomorrow's class. Thank you so much. Chalo, bye bye. See, winners and all we will do tomorrow. How many parts of static GS marathons? 12. 12 marathons is what we planned. There could be one more marathon. We will end on August 15th. 15th August is where we stop. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care. Could you please give your question? This is your first attempt for SSC exams to give a try for 2025 CHSL. Yes, it would be enough. There would be current affairs series, and also the marathon series or practice PYQ series of other subjects of history, polity, geography, etc. So you attend the series, it would be enough for 2025. So 2026. Should we read short notes of? Yes, please read short notes of other minor sports. Please do read it. Mahendra, love you so much. Thank you. Please read the short notes. Go through. Skim through. Don't skip it. Yeah, I'm good. See, this is because of this AC and all here. It's cold outside and there is AC, so it is just triggering my cough, and there is a lot of dust inside the office also. Yep. Thank you. Chalo. Bye-bye. See you all tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, Joe. Sure.